Yo, what's going on? Yo, welcome back to the channel, man. And today we'll be reacting to Pop the Balloon is exposing the disaster of black dating. Video by Dory's Diary. We found Dory, chat. Pat yourselves on the back. Go ahead. I'll give you a few seconds. Way to go. Y'all did great. All right, sit down. No way, 2 videos back to back. I just did that, bro. Crazy work. Crazy work. Anyway, I saw this video while I was scrolling on YouTube trying to find a video to watch, and the title kind of intrigued me because it's like, oh, what do you mean by that exactly? This is a black woman speaking, so I would like to hear her perspective on this, why she feels like that is the case. So that's what we're going to be getting into today. Hydrate first. Let's get straight into this video, boys and girls, children of all ages. Let me go on this side. Ooh, I'm kind of tiny over there.
If you watch Pop the Balloon regularly, there's a specific feeling that you get about 15 minutes into every episode. And it's not necessarily frustration, secondhand embarrassment. It's more like recognition. Like, oh, I've seen this before. I've met this person. I might have been that person. And then you read the top comment and it says, is that time of the week when we find out why so many people are single? And it immediately clicks. This
What do you
is
mean?
why so many black people are single.
Explain. I'm not about to try to read none of that.
Now, if you're unfamiliar, Pop the Balloon is essentially a dating reality TV show here on YouTube, hosted by Arlette and BM. And it strips away
Shout out
everything
BM.
that traditional, polished reality TV shows tend to hide behind.
So we're gonna be bringing out some single ladies one by one. When she comes around this corner, if you like what you see, she's saying all the right things. Do not pop your balloon.
Right.
However, if there's anything that you're just really not feeling, you can't see yourself dating her, whatever it may be, go ahead and pop your balloon, and I'll go over to each of you and see why you ended up popping.
And remember, it's nothing like your typical dating show. It's not like your Love is Blinds and your Love Islands. It's really raw and unfiltered. And because of this, it's uniquely revealing. Those first 10 seconds of them walking in are oftentimes the toughest to watch. And it's really because it exposes how people behave when attraction is the only variable at play. If the bachelor or bachelorette walks out and the lineup isn't necessarily intrigued enough, the set transforms into a drive-by shooting.
Hello, what's your name?
I see what she means.
It literally starts to sound like the 4th of July. Mind you, the person didn't even get to say their name yet. And every time that happens, it makes it so hard to unsee the theme of superficiality in the current dating scene. This is also where we can observe types and standards being confused, because those two things are completely different.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Could y'all believe my girl tried to have this argument with me? That's crazy, ain't it? It was like, oh, I'm her type, right? I was telling her because she got a little bit, upset at me because I was like, oh, I don't really have a type, right? And then she started to feel some kind of way about that, and then it spiraled into a whole thing. You know how these things go when you have a girlfriend, bro. You either say the right thing all the time or you're in the doghouse for the rest of the night. It is what it is. But yeah, I was trying to have this, and I know she knows that there was a difference. She knew what I was saying. She understood what I was saying. She was just being mad to be mad at me, bro. She needed a reason to be mad at me. Or at least that's how I feel. Because y'all need to remember, college student, honor rolls. She is not an idiot by no means. Okay? So, I lost my train of thought. All right, continue.
Type refers to superficial preferences, such as physical appearance, job title, or hobbies that often drive initial chemistry but do not guarantee long-term compatibility. And off rip, that's an issue because a lot of the people who come onto the show, they're clearly looking through a lens of what's my type. But that feels like self-sabotage, because if you felt compelled enough to come onto a dating show, more likely than not, the typical type that you go for hasn't been working out. So there be value
That Boondocks poster in the back is fire. I see you, Dory.
in maybe taking the angle where you're looking for someone who matches your standards and values, you know, maybe try something new. And the superficial popping has become such an issue. It's been noticeable how Arlette presses people way harder now whenever they pop, and you can just tell that it's for something nonsensical.
I don't like the way he's dressed. I don't like how he's dressed either.
But what's wrong with his fit?
I don't like the watch. I would say it's more the accessories than the.
You don't. Wrong button. You don't like the watch. You don't like the watch. You don't like the watch. You don't like. Am I your type now? What are we doing, bro? What are we talking about? Where'd my watch go? Man, I see, like, dating. I can't really speak on dating too much because I really wasn't even trying very hard when I started dating, because I just knew, like, I'm not even gonna finish that sentence on the off chance my girl sees this video.
Connection should be about like skin deep, like should be deeper than just what we wear. Cause you know we can change our clothes.
Yeah, I agree. I just didn't want to emasculate men. That's not something that I'm. So.
The variety of stupid cop-out reasons that a lot of these contestants give when they don't want to just be honest and really disclose the reason why they popped on someone, it's beyond me. Oh, I don't like their shoes. I don't like their watch. I don't like when men are shorter than me. But then the man is way taller than the girl. And I'm not making these up. These have actually happened more than once.
Wait, gender.
Oh no. We I keep hitting the wrong button. Oh well. We wouldn't know, Chad, like, not us together as a whole, because I've never reacted to none of these videos. But I would know, because there's a YouTuber that I watch that has reacted to these videos. And y'all would know if y'all have ever seen any of these videos. I don't know, man. I feel like because of how dating has transformed with the rise of dating apps, people have gotten so accustomed to just this, to where now when they're being face-to-face, forced to do it face-to-face, it's so much harder. Because normally you can just say, oh, she's not that cute, or he's not that handsome. She look like she suck a mean. Whoa. Or he look broke. You know, and just swipe. But like in person, it's like, oh, now you gotta come up with some bullshit, bullshit, because now you're trying to like not be like, oh, I just think you butt ugly. I just think your hair does not fit your face. I just think you can't dress. And I'm not willing to play stylist. You know, some shit like that. I don't get it. Hey.
I'm taller than you.
What? I beg your finest fucking pardon.
More than once.
Wait, gender popping your balloon.
I'm taller than you.
I'm going to put a line from the top of his head straight across to the top, from the top of her head straight across. Woman, the top of your head is freaking right underneath this nigga's eye. Okay? Please stop talking nonsense.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Let's see. You are not taller than him. Not even close. No. You're way shorter.
And she got heels on. I keep hitting the wrong button. And she got heels on, bro. Stop. All right, woman.
Still.
But in summary,
just say
the
he's not
bigger
attractive
issue
to you.
That instances like this in the show highlight in the black dating scene, it doesn't show any self-awareness. It's just really hard to see the point in flying to a different state just to seek out their typical types. If it hasn't worked out in your everyday life, maybe the show is the opportunity to do something different. Speaking of types,
Yeah, but people don't like change though, Dory. You know what I mean? People don't like change because change is hard. Change is difficult. Change is admitting that your initial behavior was wrong, or that your initial behavior is self-destructive. Nobody wants to admit that. Why would I want to tell myself that I'm wrong? I'm not supposed to be wrong. everybody else is the problem but me. You know what I mean? It's kind of
The
Yeah.
ones that we see on the show shine a very bright light on a historical issue within the community, and that
Okay.
issue is colorism. I don't know if this may be a hot take or not, but
What do you
by
mean?
now in 2026, we should all know by now that colorism can affect any black person of any shade or tone. So as typically and historically known, darker skinned folks tend to be viewed as less favorable, not
I'm gonna need to stop that bullshit right there. Listen to me. When my girl go away for the summer and come back looking all dark chocolate and scrumptious, I'ma eat.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I don't give a fuck. Who gonna stop me? Every single day, except for when it's on except for that red light. We don't do that. But listen, I don't care what nobody talking about. Dark skinned girls are the finest of God's creations, bro.
He ain't lying.
What? Please be so for
as
real.
attractive, etc. And when it comes to lighter skinned folks, what I tend to see is them being told that they're not black enough. The traditional definition of colorism tends to describe the discrimination only going towards people of darker skin tones. And when it comes to both of these spectrums of colorism, they're both frequently seen in Pop the Balloon. And hey, you don't have to agree with me. I may not convince you, but these next two clips just might change your opinion.
Is he someone that's your type?
I don't like light skinned men, however, you are very attractive.
Come on, yeah.
If it's light, it ain't right.
Oh!
That's fucked up.
But you're cute.
Oh, okay. Let's go down over there. All right, your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
My name is Anita. I'm 37. I don't think there's like an attraction between us.
Okay.
No, she's someone that's your type?
Yeah, she's my type. Definitely, I like her skin tone. I like dark skinned women. She's beautiful. You know what I mean? And I like the fact that you got braids.
Oh, I'm shocked, and I didn't think you were attracted.
Why are you shocked?
I don't know. I didn't think I was his type.
I should think that, but
Give the nigga a chance to see what he like.
Daddy, chill.
Damn. Wait. I just spat all over my desk. Yo, bro, that's another thing I noticed with like these dating shows or just dating in general. People self-disqualify themselves so fast before even giving the other person a chance to form an opinion. Obviously, you should not care what anybody's opinion of you is. But if you see someone that you think is attractive and you make a move on that and you want to make a move on that person, make a fucking move on that person, bro. Give them a chance to freaking decide whether or not you're their type or not. You don't know this person. Why are you scared? Yes, you're taking a chance, but it's literally a 50-50 chance. Either you're their type or you're not. That is it. If you are, boom, you just took a chance and probably struck gold, nigga. If you're not, then okay, on to the next. It's not that big a deal. We can't be everybody's type, bro. It just is what it is. Not everybody's gonna find you attractive, but at the same time, not nobody's gonna find you attractive. Think about it. Come on, man. I just put some little bit of knowledge on y'all noggins, bro.
Very beautiful. I like your skin tone again. And yeah.
Something I
Talk
think
to
is
her,
worth
bro.
mentioning, specifically when it comes to the clip of the darker skinned woman, a lot of the comments assessed that moment as insecurity on her end, but simply ruling that out as insecurity feels very dismissive to the nuance that the moment deserves. Black women in general, we've all experienced that backhanded compliment of, "Oh my God, you're so pretty for a black girl." And even besides that, within the community, dark-skinned women aren't shown as much love as they're shown in the comments. And let's really talk about it. Because in the comments, it's almost like we've imagined colorism. At the end of the day, colorism is a form of internalized anti-blackness that was imposed externally and maintained internally. The prominence of colorism on the show.
Chat. Take a mental break, chat. I know she's dropping a lot of knowledge on us right now, and I don't know about y'all, but my brain is starting to hurt. My brain is starting to hurt from all this knowledge, bro. So let's take a mental break, catch ourselves. You know what I mean? This is your time. If y'all need to go get a drink of water, go get a drink of water or something. I'm going to snack on one of these Nutella biscuits because it's just here and now I want to. You know what I mean? All right. Y'all good? All right, Chad, let's get back into it.
Really shows the effect of the historical oppression from things like the brown paper bag test and the
Crazy.
fine-tooth comb test. Since we mentioned the fine-tooth comb test, let's talk about hair, because hair is such a recurring topic on the show. As discussed in a previous video, black hair is not a neutral topic. It's a very sensitive matter to many of us for many different reasons, but the laundry list of constructed biases towards the hair that grows out of our scalp has marginalized us and continues to marginalize us. I mean,
Right.
There is a reason why the Crown Act exists. Black people have been told that their locks aren't professional. And then there's those instances where box braids are looked at as ghetto, but then they're cool when they're on the cover of Vogue magazine. But that's a different conversation for a different time. Just like with colorism, a lot of people in our community have internalized the whole rhetoric surrounding black natural hair. Pop the Balloon is just really showing how we still have work to do as a community. We need to deconstruct these internalized biases because it gets to a point where it's almost laughable to think about how someone could walk onto the set of Pop the Balloon and the love of their life could be in that lineup. Their soulmate could be standing in that same room and they
I don't believe in soulmates, bro.
We do not care.
I don't believe in soulmates, but I'll let it run.
reject them. And they reject them and pop their balloon just because they decided to wear their TWA instead of a 30-inch bust down that day. Or because a man decided to wear his locks down instead of having them up in a bun like he has to when he goes to work. Now, if you are a regular viewer of Pop the Balloon, breathe. Yes, we are going to talk about height because it is one of the main, if not one of the most annoying, regular reasons why people pop. And I don't know if it'll ever make sense.
And now, is he someone that's your
Bro, listen. Height is such a stupid, like, requirement for women. Like, okay, what's the point? I don't get it. Okay? Both my parents were pretty tall, okay? My dad's like 6'4". My mom was like 5'10", 5'11". I am only 5'10" and a half.
Oh! Somebody! Oh!
Having tall parents will not make you taller. Having short parents will not make you shorter. It's literally a luck thing, bro. It's literally a luck thing and routine, exercise, habits kind of thing. You know what I mean? No. Like in your growing phases, depending on how you behave, you'll more than likely get a little bit taller. Stuff like that. Okay? It's not something, it shouldn't be the end all be all, is where I'm trying to get at, okay? Let's not make it such a thing, even though it's already such a thing. I don't understand it because I am not a woman. I don't understand the wiring in their brain as to why they find height such an attractive ordeal. You know, so I don't know. I guess we'll just have to let Dory explain this one to us. You know what I mean?
Go ahead,
Not
say
really.
it. Okay.
Not really.
Why not?
I like someone who's a little taller.
Why'd you end up popping his?
The height.
Huh?
Never mind.
It would just be for height. Yeah.
Respect.
Now, Arlette and BM, y'all knew what you were doing when you put that short man in the middle of the lineup. Y'all ain't have to do him like that. I'm not here to police anyone's preferences. But if there's one thing that I will do, it's gonna be pointing out a double standard. The discourse surrounding height on the show reveals a double standard where women see no issue when it comes to popping the balloon of a man who is not necessarily the tallest or doesn't meet their height preference. But as soon as a man pops on a woman because his preference is just longer hair, all hell breaks loose.
And now, is she someone that's your type?
Not so much. I'll say more so like the hair. More so attracted to longer hair. Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough. And Sandy, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I ended up popping it because that comment about hair, I know your mama got short hair too.
Damn.
She's black. At the end of the day, black women, we you don't know what to expect with our hair. We could wear it straight, we could wear it curly, and that was just like too much for me. So I don't got time for it. If you don't know, if you can't grow up from your roots, then you can't grow up with me. So that's how.
What?
Go ahead.
I mean, my mom's actually on my necklace. She doesn't have short hair for one.
It doesn't.
Oh boy, now I see what she meant when she say war zone. But hey man, a lot of black women do not have short hair. I don't want y'all to get that misconstrued. A lot of them do not. At least from my experience, right? I'd say like a good middle. A good middle ground is somewhere like to their shoulder-esque, right? Like just past their shoulder a little bit. Cause I know if my girl straightens out her hair, it'll be, listen, luscious. Let's just say that. It won't be all the way down to her ass like she likes it, right? But it'll be luscious, bro.
He ain't lying.
I can say with a certain level of confidence that for the most part, a lot of the women in my family, up to a certain age, obviously, have hair to their shoulders. I don't know. That's just me, though.
It's about who you are as a brother. Don't talk to black women up here about hair. That's just it. You need to really check on your ends before you talk about long or short hair, because a lot of girls with long hair.
Why is she going in on him like that, bro? He just made a comment of what he prefers. Okay.
Hair be having no hair just because it's long is thin. So yeah, I'm sorry, I can't. Okay.
Sounds triggered.
There's an imbalance there. But it's not even just height. It's financial status. Sometimes it's body count. Other times it's a sense of style. All of these things have caused us to put love to the side and bring senseless arguments to the forefront. Now let's talk about how the impact of social media is seen throughout the show. Because the way that alpha male ideologies have infiltrated every single corner of the internet, it feels like, it's only inevitable that it would find its way onto the show on multiple occasions.
Oh, she about to talk about holy tall guy.
So
I pop my balloon just because you're simply too young. But it's less about being a red flag and more about being a liability.
I get it.
If I were to bring you into my life, you would be a liability.
Damn.
You can't add anything to my life.
Right.
You would be a liability to everything in my
So
life.
what can I not?
Why is he talking to her like she's a child? Why is he talking to that young lady like this? You are not adding any value to this conversation by having your tone sound so condescending and narcissistic. Please stop. Talk normal. Jesus.
What is that?
You can't teach me anything. You can't help me with my finances in any way. You can't add any intellectual anything
Y'all see the gray in his beard, chat?
into my life. I can tell that you're triggered, and that's okay.
I'm not triggered, sweetheart. You are very handsome.
We can
But-
work through
but
this together.
you
Please
said I
put your
can't
hands
bring
down.
you any.
Your immaturity will prevent you from being with a real man. If we were to get together, you would be asking me questions like, Dr. Elam, what did you do to acquire everything that you acquired? What did you do to learn everything that you learned? What type of habits and skills do you have that can help me get...
Chat, buddy needs to blink, bro. He's making me nervous. He has not blinked. Blinked.
You stupid.
I watch too much Dashy X games, bro. Talk about some blunt. He has not blinked this entire time. I'm starting to get worried here, chat.
To where I want to get. You have 2 Airbnb properties. How can we get to 4? How can we get to 8?
I already know how to do that. My dad. That's how I got it.
Next contestant, please.
Please.
The men who tend to subscribe
Whoops.
to these alpha male ideologies, they tend to frame relationships as the man has the determining final say as to whether a woman is worthy of him. And when said ideology gets challenged, the women then get classified as loud, argumentative, immature, and even sometimes masculine. This subscription has deluded these men into viewing love as a competition and makes them view women as products or pets to be evaluated rather than a person to be known. And when men like this appear on Pop the Balloon, they make it undeniably clear that they are their own obstacle in their love lives. These social media manufactured standards are keeping people single because they've empowered people to analyze potential partners with online performance in mind. So in return, they show difficulty with receiving feedback or accepting rejection because in their mind, the whole scenario was pre-planned for them by social media. And social media would never steer you the wrong way. Right? One of the simplest and best comments I've ever seen under an episode was, some of these folks have been single since y'all started this show. And that is just such a valid observation. There are people who have returned onto the show so many times. I know their name before they even introduce themselves. I'm familiar with you. At this point, I know you. Like, sir, we've played these games before. We know the song. Even crossing the sea to try on the UK edition of the show with
my
the same
God.
energy, the same standards, and the same rejections. But in a sea of losses, there's been many people on this show who have found real, genuine love and connections, and there will be many more to come. Giving up is easy, but having these uncomfortable conversations and learning.
Listen to me. Holy. Listen. Okay? I'm gonna say this for y'all, and I'm gonna say it slow so y'all understand every single word that comes out of my mouth. Okay? Chad, I need y'all to pay attention. I need y'all to look at me when I say this. Okay? I need y'all to understand that just because you don't succeed the first time means that that's it. That's the end all be all. Doesn't mean that now all men are trash or that all women are bitches and hoes. Hey man, say man. Dating is a tricky game when you make it tricky, bro. It's literally just a matter of either they will fuck with you and give you a shot. Why the hell am I getting notifications? Shut that shit up. Either they will fuck with you and give you a shot, or they won't. And then you just move on and find somebody else who will. That is it. That is all. That's simple. That's all I gotta say to y'all. I hope you all enjoyed this one, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.